Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum, together with Church Governance Solutions. As I've said on both platforms right now, we are actually just empowering you and scaling you up for this year. Wonderful year ahead of us, and it's going to be taking a mindset of that sort. It's going to take a decision to say, I'm going to have a great year. But a great year alone doesn't just come. It needs some skills on us, and that's the reason why we are actually teaching you or highlighting these skills to you. These are the nuggets that you need to carry through this year if you have to be successful throughout. Now, the first one that we want to deal with today, which I think will be of a great help to you, is ability to speak in front of large audiences, ability to speak in front of people. Now, I want to emphasize that life is about people and being social, and those people that are social are becoming more successful more than anybody. Because remember that your success is connected to people, and your breakthrough this year connected to people. If you're going to close yourself up in your closet and expect to be successful this year, shame unto you. Forget it. It's not going to happen. If you're going to run away from speaking to people and expect things to be happening to you this year, forget it. It's not going to happen either. Now, ability to speak in front of audiences, I'm saying it doesn't start there. It starts by actually being able to be comfortable in speaking to individuals. You're going to need to start speaking to individuals if you're somebody who is shy and away from people, somebody who's isolating himself or herself and don't want to speak to people. So please, I want to urge you right now that you start by speaking to individuals. Please. I know that there are people that will say no. Many people will think that I'm upfront and papa and so on. No. That's very important. You need to start speaking to people, associate with people, and communicate with people. And you'll find yourself slowly getting comfortable with. Then from there, it develops from there. It goes to 2 people, 3 people, and just a small group of people you are able to communicate with. And the more you're okay with communicating with fewer people, you are able now to stand up and address big audiences. And that's very important because it is a skill to address audiences, and it's very important to do so. And many people make money out of that. And look at people like celebrities, people that motivational speakers. They're making a lot of money by speaking to audiences. They are singers, for instance, people that are artists that are singing in front of big audiences. They're making money because of big audiences. And remember that the more audiences that you address, the more money you're speaking about. And that's very important. It's actually going to open up to you. But also, I don't want to speak only about money. I want to emphasize the fact that speaking to audiences builds confidence. And confidence, therefore, you'll know that it is actually open doors in your life. It gives you breakthrough. And when you are able to address audiences, you are able to be confident in every single situation. And that is why you'll realize that people that are public speakers, able to address audiences, these are the people that will sit in interviews, job interviews, and they'll always be successful. And that is why people that are able to address audiences, they're able to successfully speak to people in bigger audience. To speak to people that are in bigger attendances wherever they are. And also they're able to speak to people that are in panels, in interviews. And these are the very same people that are occupying bigger positions in life, if you realize that. People that can speak to bigger audiences. For instance, it will become very difficult for you to become, say, a CEO of a company and you're not able to speak to audiences. It's going to be difficult for you to become a president of a country if you're not able to speak to audiences. So you'll realize that the more you are able to develop a skill to speak to big audiences, the more you are actually developing your profile as well. You are able to address situations in communities. You are able to actually impact your profile to the people as well. And therefore, people know you. And therefore, opportunities becomes even more galore in your life because of ability to address big audiences. That's a skill that you need to develop. But as I've said, it doesn't just come. You need to develop a confidence of speaking to individuals first. Remove your shyness by speaking to 2, 3 more people. small groups, 3, 5 people, and be able to speak to about 5 to 10 people, and it will actually grow slowly, and you'll get used to that. There are people that will say, no, I am shy, and I cannot speak to people, I'm shy, and I cannot be able to, I'm introverted, and so on. And I want to urge you to understand this, that please, this develops with time and with practice. You cannot fold your arms and run away from talking to people and think that it will come automatically. It will not come. It is going to be dependent on how au fait are you in communicating with people. And I'm emphasizing this because it's very key that you start to develop communication with people, addressing individuals, addressing smaller groups, until you are able to address bigger, large audiences that will actually benefit you with confidence. And that's very key that we emphasize that. The other skill that I want to embark on today, and I want to advise you to develop this year, so that this year becomes successful to you, is ability to keep trying even after failure. Can I say that failure will come? Can I say that failure doesn't mean that it is the end of the day? Can I explain to you also that failure is only failure when you have given up? Because every time when you are trying something and you keep on trying, you haven't failed yet. And this is the reason why, if we say you failed, say, matric, you failed your grade 12, for instance. If you go back and go back to school and try it again, we cannot declare you as a failure. We cannot declare you as having failed matric, because when people ask, we will say, no, he's a matriculant, because you'll be a matriculant of that time. It doesn't matter how many times you have failed, but if you keep on going and trying, people will call you by the standard where you are. People will call you by being a matriculant, because surely you are matriculant. Whether you are repeating for the 7th time, but you still a matriculant, you have not failed matric. And I want to emphasize that. And this is the reason why people like Henry Ford will tell you that when they created a motor car, they failed several times. They tried several times and failed. And I understand the gentleman who has created electricity has failed about 2,000 times before he actually succeeded in establishing or creating electricity. But I want to emphasize that the fact that when he tells people, he says, I never failed. He says, I've actually established only 2,000 methods of not making electricity. I've established 2,000 methods that will not succeed in making electricity. Because every failure that you call failure is a learning. Every chance that you fail on is actually developing some knowledge in you. It's actually showing you some experience, because next time you would know that doing things this way will not succeed. Why? Because you would have done them before and they've shown you that they are not successful. And this is very important, that you learn to repeat and repeat until you're successful. So don't give up and never throw a towel at any given time. Please keep trying even after failure. Please keep trying even after no success. So please, even though you may have taken long in doing this thing and it doesn't look like it is actually sorting out, you might have tried the course that you're studying and it doesn't look like you will pass. Listen to this. You will pass. And I've seen people that have tried a driving license 5 times before they passed on the 6th time. And I can give my own personal testimony that I have studied at some stage corporate finance. And as I was doing a corporate finance, I failed the first time. And each time I was to enroll again, I had to use about 7,500 and I had to enroll again. And I failed the second time, I enrolled again. And I failed the third time and I enrolled again. The 4th time, I continued enrolling and I succeeded. And guess what? I got 87% after that. Now, when you look at it, if it was someone, you would have given up. But I never gave up, because I'm not a giving up type. And I want to urge you, 2023, this year, let it not be a giving up year. Because it's a year that you will be persistent. It's a year that will push until it opens. So please, never give up at any given time. And don't allow yourself to say you failed. You'll never fail until you give up. So please, keep on pushing until you succeed in everything that you do. Keep trying even after failure, and you will finally succeed, and you will never fail. I want to end up here today, your host, Micornus Phokane. I hope that you've learned something out of this. This was part 11, of course, of this great teaching. And also, remember our socials. Micornus Phokane is our Facebook page. Like it. Church Governance Solutions is one of our Facebook pages. Please like it as well. Young Men Empowerment Forum is one of those pages. Please like it as well. So we have put all these videos on these platforms, and please follow them. And when you've clicked the like, it will actually notify you each time. But remember also, we have got a YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel is under Micornus Phokane, and we posted this. Please subscribe to it. You will learn out of it, and it will help you, and you will never be the same again. And I hope that you've learned out of this, and you'll join us as we deal with part 12 tomorrow. May the good Lord bless you. Allow me to check out right now and say cheers for now.